when I'm lonely in the dark. I know you are with me, yeah. Don't you see that I need you so much? Don't you see that I love you so much? Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me. And we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe in something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me. Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me. And we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe in something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me. Life this ain't what it seems, yo. It's a little bit something in the middle of nothing. Try to be what you meant to be. A little of something in the middle of nothing. A little of something. A little of something in the middle
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till
That was disgusting. Oh my God, June. Oh.
Absolutely devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammate to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Phil is gonna go down. We are gonna be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth. They're gonna be able to hold on.
Can he play from horse? Holy! He's gonna get another one.
As Boy will quick scope heavy.
But it's gonna not necessarily translate to control the bottom flank, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just taking such a back control here.
Kill is gonna get hustled down to a 2v2. They should have had the man up, and now Austin goes pretty good to get one. He's gonna look for the double, can't quite get it. Him the last man alive, and now it sucks him trying to finish off the team. He's gonna stun in there, C1. One's gonna push out, it's gonna get taken out. Suxim can finish it right here. 7 points left. Taking out another one. One more pushes out. He's gonna get taken out by a teammate, and that's gonna be Hype Esports taking map number 1.
I see it now. I see it now.
Hello, welcome. I am Shifty here, joined by Brett FX for the match number 47 of the season 3 of the K7 League. As we have a potential David versus Goliath matchup here between the side of Natural Talent coming in at 5-0 and the Hyped Esports squad coming in at 2-3. Brett, how are you feeling tonight? You and I get to cast both matches tonight, so you better not get sick of me too early.
It's too late. I was thinking the first time I met you. But no. Yeah, it's hopefully going to be a maybe a little bit of an upset. Maybe not an upset, but at the very least a good showing coming out from Hyped Esports. No talent, of course, or natural talent. I'm sorry.
Quite the opposite, actually.
They are still 5-0, so they're just rocking it right now in their division. So, yeah, they need somebody to maybe give them a little bit of run for their money. But let's go ahead. First of all, take a look at Hyped Esports roster here. It's going to be coming up, and I hope that we do see some good attitudes coming out from these players, because when you're going up against a team that is 5-0, it can be a little bit daunting. Sometimes you're just like, screw it, it's already chalked. We might as well just kind of screw her off in the game. But hopefully that's not going to be the case with Nefarious as our captain, Exert, Zixum, and Frags. They are going to be our roster here for Hyped Esports. Now, this, I think, is there any changes from this roster from the break?
We had Jimbo filling in for one of the roles on Hyped Esports earlier in the league. I think it was Frags. I think it was Nefarious, Exert, Zuxum, and B Jimbo for during week 5. However, Frags coming in, filling in that 4th spot for the side of Hyped Esports. And I totally agree with you. I think this is going to be one of those matches where, I mean, even if you can't come in and take a map off of Natural Talent, you need to try and push it to the limit as far as you can, because if anything, it's going to be a confidence booster going forward. But We've talked about the no talent squad here on the other side, that illustrious natural talent team coming in at 5-0. Let's take a look at their roster as Crixus in captain mode, Kip a Sporto, and I'm assuming that is Daiquiri, but kind of a weird spelling. But
Strawberry is the best one.
You're absolutely correct. I had Mexican food today, and unfortunately I didn't get to have a margarita, but would have loved that. But yeah, Strawberry Daiquiri is a close second behind that, in my opinion. But with that being said, let's take a look at the maps. We've got a pretty good best of 5 coming up here. Brett, walk me through, what are we going to be doing here in this best of 5?
Yeah, so we got Hardpoint on Apocalypse, which we cast this one for the first time earlier this week. And I got to say, that was probably one of the closest Hardpoint maps that I've had the opportunity of casting. Came within 20 points of each other. Very fun. A lot of really cool rotations that are going to be in it. Really interested to see how these teams are going to be. They've had a couple more days, obviously, of practice on it. So really curious to see how they're going to be playing it. Then we're going to be heading into an S&D on Raid, pretty much a crowd favorite, and going into a control Garrison. Maybe not a crowd favorite, but it's always hanging around. I don't think it's like, why can't we just switch this out? And if we do end up seeing a 4th map, we're back on Garrison Hardpoint, and then a 5th and final map will be on Checkmate S&D, which is also really curious because that's not a very fan favorite on that one. I think the CDL had some stats up there for their pro division. I think they said it was like 95% planted on B inside the plane as opposed to A. It was insanely one-sided. So yeah, it's a bit of a rough map there, but hopefully we're going to be getting to it, and hopefully we can get some really awesome plays coming out from both of these teams for this set of maps.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited to see both of these teams kind of butt heads on Apocalypse, with us, again, like you stated, Tuesday night, I believe it was, us getting our first time to actually commentate that map in mode combination. And I really, really like it. I think the map is actually really balanced. I think some of the hard points can be a little bit difficult to break. I think if you can get an early rotation and establish some map presence, then it's a little bit harder for the defensive side to try and break in and get those entry kills on each particular hardpoint, especially P2 going back towards that back concrete area after the P1 hill being so centralized. So we'll see potentially teams that may or may not come out with a little bit of fire here. I'd like to see if Hyped can come out and maybe pick up 15 to 10 seconds on that first hard point and establish an early P2 rotation and see if maybe they can keep natural talent out of the hill for as long as possible. We've seen some great examples of that, especially Tuesday, which, like you said, I think it was 250 to 224 was the final score of the hard point that you and I got to cast on that map. Definitely one for the record books in terms of how it can be played. So I really, really like this map. I really, really hate Garrison, and I'm sure they do too, but we'll have to see it twice if it goes to game 4. I'm excited. Raid S&D for map number 2 too. Definitely a map that most of the teams are going to be the most familiar with. I think is not an egregious statement to make. So we may see some power plays come out of both teams during that map number 2 as well.
And I think one of the things that we have to look at for this week is the fact that there is a major meta shift that came into play. So, we're seeing less AK-74s, AK-74Us being used. Some Milanos are going to be coming up into play, and we have seen some really good success with those Milanos. I think it was Mystic the last time that we were casting. Or Mythic or Mystic, I forget. Forgive me for
Mythic. Yeah, he was going off with the Milano.
He was going off with it and really, really doing well on Apocalypse. So very interested to see how maybe it's stabilized a little bit more now. A few days have passed. Teams have had some opportunities to practice with it, and then we have seen some really heavy Krieg usage. Now, I know in the match that we had cast last night, I believe it was the QBZ, or maybe it was the night before last. QBZ was pretty much GA'd by the teams themselves. They said, "Hey, we're not going to be using it." So a lot of Krieg usage, and from what I've heard and what I've seen, the Krieg is better than what it was. So we might just be seeing teams defaulting to that anyways, and not really going in for any kind of like mid-range style weapon. So yeah, it's looking like maybe we're going to be seeing like a standard because what I've seen from some scrims have been like a Milano or two, and then the AK-74 used filling in that gap, and then a Krig, and then sometimes on some of the longer range maps like on Garrison, I've seen like 2 Krigs being used, which is pretty crazy, like on Checkmate as well. So yeah, definitely interested to see how the meta is going to be shaping up, and I think that we're going to go ahead and go to a quick break. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I believe we've got a 4th sub out for one of the players on Natural Talent, and if the chat is feeding me the correct information, then that means that Vane will be filling in for the side of Natural Talent. And if you are a fan of K7, have been in and around this league for a long time, you know that man is capable of shaking things up, to say the least, especially when paired with the other 3 members of Natural Talent. We will throw it to a very quick break. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back with hopefully all 4 members of Natural Talent and hopping into Apocalypse Hardpoint right after this.
Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no wonder right to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Oh no.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the tunnel closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
Hello. Welcome back.
Well, that was a bit of a break, wasn't it? So a little bit of explaining I think that we need to do. Due to some unforeseen circumstances with players and not being able to get in at the correct time with the correct number, we are going to be seeing Hype eSports with a 1-0 lead over Natural Talent. That means that we are going to straight into our S&D match. So yeah, this is a little bit different than normal, but you know what? We're going to make the best of it. And if anything, Hype eSports are even closer to their goal of taking down these giants.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to win by default, but I guess being in the situation that they are in the league, I'm sure they would take it. With that being said,
gotta get a win some way.
I think we've established that Katsy will be playing in the role of Crixus, I believe, for the side of Natural Talent, at least from what I have been told so far. Whether or not that's actually true, I suppose will come to fruition, but I'm hearing the map loading up behind me, which is typically a good sign, as we are going to be hopping directly into the raid S&D. Again, if you just joined us, don't worry, you didn't miss map number 1. We all did. So Hyped Esports taking map number 1 by default due to some Natural Talent players not able to get into the lobby. But welcome to Thursday night match night as we finally get some games underway. As Hyped Esports with a 1-0 lead onto Natural Talent. Let's see if they can bounce back here and even the series up one apiece.
Yep, we will see if that's the case. I got a feeling it probably is going to be the case. But hey, you never know. These teams may be able to surprise us, and that is what it is all about in the end. So Hyped is going to be able to have the bomb right away. We are going to be seeing a very, very heavy A push coming on out, and they are going to be able to get close to that plant here in just a few seconds. But first blood is going to go over to Dak, and we do see a bit of a potential pinch here. I think that's number 7, Kip, who might be able to get around it. He's just playing very patiently though right now, but this could be very nasty. Here we go. Zuxum does get taken out. We're also going to be seeing a second one getting picked up, and all of a sudden Natural Talent wiped the floor with them, and we do see them going up 1-0 in this map.
That was a 3v4 round for the side of Natural Talent. Esporto never even spawning in. I don't know if maybe he wasn't with us or couldn't spawn in for the first map, or maybe was still loading up, but he is back now. So Esporto going to be back on the map, and it looked like they didn't even need him. Again, Katsy picking up 2 big kills there during the round number 1, as Esporto still currently absent. Is a 3v4 coming in, now make it a 2v3, theoretically, now a 2v2, as Kip picking up 2 big kills there. Kip and Daiquiri going to be trying to work over towards the site, but not going to do anything quite yet, as Kip will go down. Hyped Esports taking a first round, the second round, as I believe, did Esporto leave?
I don't know, man.
Did it kick him for inactivity? Was that what that was?
I didn't see him getting killed, but yeah, so crazy stuff happening right now. He is out. So Natural Talent is they are definitely throwing a loop right now for this match, but we're going to be carrying on. Hyped Esports now on the attacking side. They are going to be heading over here towards that B push with a 3v4. This is their best opportunity to really start gaining some points. Exert's going to open that up with the first blood of his own. And we should be, I would imagine, seeing this getting cleaned up here fairly quickly now that it's down to a 3v2.
Yeah, that 3v2. Nefarious going to press the numbers advantage potentially into the spawns of Natural Talent, but Dak picking the supreme positioning back behind him. Very wise slide away, as Zuxum will now chase him down and finish it off. But Katsy left in the 1v1 will get cleaned up on the bomb. Now Hyped Esports taking a 2-1 lead. Is, again, you got to imagine that without having a Sporto here, it's making it a little bit more difficult, but Natural Talent is still playing, pressing on forward without their 4th member. Is maybe a stroke of a little bit too much confidence there from a side of Natural Talent, as Hyped Esports may just win their second map here.
Oh, this is natural talent. They're gonna pull it out. This is gonna be a map win. They've got to.
So
3v4. This is gonna be great for the highlight reels, man. Yeah. So natural talent. They're gonna go ahead, push over there towards that A site, and they're getting very, very aggressive up here. Nice. Oh, almost getting that first blood. Not quite gonna be able to connect with all of those shots. It does look like Esporto is well, he's in, and it looks like another player is out on natural talent side. So this is kind of crazy. There we go. Yeah, this is messed up, but we do see some action there in the middle of the map. Cats will be able to pick up frags. Looking for Exert, not going to be able to get him. Now down to a 1v1. Dak versus Exert, bomb down, 21 seconds here, as we do see him trying to go in maybe for a little bit of a test here. Dak should be able to spot him. He hasn't been spotted. Oh, look at that shot. Nice and crispy there through the wall, and that's going to be Exert getting the clutch and taking this fourth round.
Goodness gracious. What a great round there from the side of Hyped Esports as well. From really on the back of Exert, they're winning a nice 1v1 to get the bomb defusal. As Catsy on your final screen, or on your final play, rather, going to be picking up that kill towards the middle stairs. But right now, 3-1 in favor of Hyped Esports, and for the first time in this game, we will see an actual even 4v4 here. So maybe you're right. Maybe natural talent just giving them a bit of a handicap, and then going to roll forward here with a head full of steam. We'll see what happens as this bomb has been pulled, and we'll be traversing over towards the A site. Frags, nice shots onto Esporto. We'll pick up a big first blood.
Absolutely. Going to be able to pick up number 2? No, not quite. Frags, he is going to have to back on out as the push coming up through mid is successful. You do see Kip doing the damage that he needed to. Now we have a 2 versus 3, as Kip is going to be pressing this advantage that they have. We'll be able to take him down. He spots him. That's going to be an easy kill, not even looking the correct direction. Now it's going to be all up to Exert to make it happen. He can't. Will end up getting taken out. Natural talent is now back in this game, 3-2.
Kip on your screen here, not only picking up a big entry kill over towards the site, but also pressing that advantage and working his way over to the backside, picking up another kill there. Again, 3-2 in favor of Hyped Esports, as Catsy is 8-4 currently leading the lobby right now in kills. And Kip doing a damn good job as well. 6-4 is he on a 3-kill streak after that explosive round. Is now very aggressive middle push here from natural talent. Big first blood getting traded back and forth as Zuxum will fall to Catsy. Now a 3v2, and Catsy going to continue to press the advantage over towards their spawn.
Just pure aggression coming out from them. They take almost the entire map right away, push them all the way back into their spawn. There's nowhere where they can go. Cats is going to be able to find number 2. No, he does end up backing on out there. Did a little damage. Esporto, though, he is going to be able to make this a 3 versus 1, all up to frags here. And he's got a lot of work that he's going to have to do in order to make this happen. He does pick up one there on the court. Gets number 2. No! Oh my Lord, he almost makes it a 3rd, but it just wasn't in the cards. 3-3, as natural talent will be able to even this up.
Wow, that was crazy. That was almost a crazy 3-piece from Frags, as you see him pick up 2. Catsy.
Dude, if Cats was like a foot over to the right, that would have totally been 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he slid right in behind that head glitch at the perfect timing and was able to assure his 10th kill there in 14 interactions. Hell of a start from him, and realistically, only him. I mean, Kip 6-5 doing well as well, but natural talent. A bit of a slow start there, but picking it up is the side of Kip again as he assures his 7th kill. Now pushing over towards the site. Frags will trade it off, but Dax snagging a 2-piece of his own. Now again, Exert left it a 1v3, and he will drop so quickly.
You blink and you miss it. Again, just the aggression right there coming out is just insane. They were just pushing him. Look at that. Dak with the Krig is getting aggressive right there in ring. I mean, that's typically where you see a lot of the subs being more successful when they get in and amongst that ring area. So they are definitely feeling good. And yeah, Cat's going 10-5 right now. He is just lighting it up here in the lobby, as well as Kip 8-5. So right now, Hyped, you know, you're finally losing the lead. Let's see if they're going to be able to even this back up. We have not really seen the best of rounds coming out of them, since we have seen that fourth player jumping on in. So get some momentum there in their favor. Do see that heavy B push coming out, though, from Natural Talent. They are going to be able to get that first blood. Looking for number 2. Will find it. Exert, though, answering back with 2 of his own.
Oh,
so they are not out. Making a third. Oh, beautiful play there from Hyped Esports. Exert going off, almost taking out the entire team.
Yeah, Kip starting the round off with a nice 2-piece of his own for the side of Natural Talent, but will get cut down by some nice shots from Exert as he takes 3. And wow, what a gunfight win there on to Daiquiri. As again, we saw, I believe that was Nefarious put away the final kill for the side of Hyped Esports during that round, as they have evened it back up. Now, as we traverse into round number 9, this is going to be a big swing round here. Let's see if Hyped Esports can get on the offensive, get on their horse here, get the bomb planted, and maybe get some control.
Absolutely. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Even trades right from the start, though. Nice little nade, actually, right there. As Zuckham, he's going to have to back on out. It's taking a lot of damage. Playing this very, very slow. Don't want to be making these mistakes. As we do see frags. Oh, he spotted Daiquiri there. Just going to be able to get a shoulder. Not too much. Do see a big flank, though, that's about to happen here for number 8. That is going to be Cats. And we have seen him pull off some amazing plays here when he gets aggressive. So that is going to be exciting. But Kip also going to be watching mid, making sure that he's not going to be getting flanked. Looks like Cats is going to be able to open that up with the Krig. And now it's all down to Zuxum here. And a 1v3. He is going to get swarmed from all directions. What can he do? He's narrowly skipping out on where the flank is coming in at, somehow staying alive. They are going to be funneled up here through bedroom. He spots one out. Will he get the kill? He can't make it happen. Natural Talent. Honestly, that round was pretty easy for him. Cats just did a fantastic job here in the back.
Yeah, I mean, he is known to do a very, very good job, like you said, when he plays hyper offensive. And what we saw there was a hyper offensive defense from the side of Natural Talent, and Catsy picking up 2, as well as Kip taking 2 of his own at 13-6 and 12-6 for both players. A combined 25-12 for them, as realistically, I mean, let's see, 9, 15, 18, 21. So those 2 combined, more kills than the entirety of Hyped Esports right now.
I just got to give you props, Shifty, for doing math.
Right?
I mean, that was just...
How about that?
Bravo.
Yeah,
Bravo.
let's take a bow, right?
Cat's here getting a little bit aggressive on top laundry. And Kip coming in from behind. He's going to be able to find 1. Cats finds the second. Nice little bait and switch there. And that does open it back up here for a push onto that B bomb site. But we do see Exert, the last alive now. And he has shown some massive promise here. A 1v2. He's been able to throw up some amazing kills. And he is going to go ahead back out. He has the time here to play with right now. About 40 seconds or so. Doesn't need to get too crazy, but both players are going to be set up over on the laundry. This could be a little bit problematic, as he is going to be pushing up through mid. And the high ground will be belonging right now to Natural Talent.
Yeah, definitely a tough retake here. A 1v2 is hard enough, but when they're set up back towards that laundry area, it's so difficult to break the control, as Exert will be able to pick up a Sporto. Big first kill there, though, as now he's trying to bounce around and play his life, as Daiquiri will get the better of him. Natural Talent coming in and taking a 6-4 win in map number 2 after, for the first 4 rounds, we couldn't even see them get 4 players in the game.
Yeah, that was a really good move I like from Kip. And in Cats, that little dip and dive gets in there real quick, able to pick up a kill, and then pop on out, and Cats was going to be finishing off the second one. So props there to Exert. I mean, he really, surprised me. He was doing fantastic. I think he really...
11 kills, I think, at the end. So
yeah,
11 and 8.
there was a couple of moments, honestly, where he could have won the rounds by himself. It's just like I said, they line up just right, or a second or two difference, and all of a sudden we're seeing a different story there. But props to Hyped Esports there towards the end. They were kind of gifted some rounds there to the beginning, but they did make some of those look a lot closer than probably what they could have been. And of course, Natural Talent just really, showing just why they are 5-0. I mean, they know the maps like the back of their hands. You saw them being able to go on those massive flanks. Cats was doing a fantastic job of that. The knowledge and the timing that goes into it is sometimes even more worthwhile than the actual gun talent that you do see from some of these players. So Natural Talent really showing that they deserve to have that 5-0 spot. Now we do head on into our next map, which is going to be a Garrison Control. Garrison Control, man, I gotta say, I'm not looking too confident for Hyped on this one, just because, I mean, maybe if we were going to a raid control, it would be a little bit better because there's some more room for you to kind of go around some flanks, and you can get out of some of those spawn trap. Yes, you can spawn trap on it, but it's a little bit harder. But Garrison, especially on that attacking side, it can get really brutal really fast in those spawn traps. And if we see streaks on top of that, it's going to be a rough time.
Yeah, I agree. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive that a Sporto, who is currently playing for Natural Talent, holds the record for control kills in a single game, 4K7, if I'm not mistaken. And if that's the case, then we'll be looking for him to go absolutely huge. But one thing I will be looking for, not only, and again, if you missed it, Hyped Esports taking the first map due to a forfeit from Natural Talent, due to them not being able to get players in. But one thing that I think will matter, and the reason I bring that up, is because now we're guaranteed a fourth map. So we're guaranteed Garrison twice in a row here. So I think we may see players like Kip have a phenomenal game on Garrison. We saw how much in their face he could be, especially when paired up with his dynamic duo Catsy there. And I think with how Garrison is played, we tend to see the submachine gun players that can be more aggressive tend to have the better results out of the SMG players. So I'll be looking for Kip to be making some big flanks and potentially some hyper aggressive plays to be facilitated by the rest of his team. And I think he might be one to watch here for not only game number 3, but game number 4.
Yeah, you get some of those subs, and when they're able to get into the backfield and just start, going off those spawn kills, it can get ugly fast. So, what'll be interesting is what is the plan for Hyped here? I think they need to come out kind of in a crazy plan, like maybe all 4 push A, just do something really, really wild and kind of out there. Just because they need to make sure that they're going to be able to capture or at the very least push Natural Talent kind of off their balance here just a bit, because honestly, like, they can't play straight up and expect to win, I don't think. Especially with the way that we saw them playing in that S&D, just didn't look like they were really there. Of course, there are some teams who do they start out slow. They start out cold. It does take them a map or two. So maybe that S&D was actually their map just to kind of get warmed up a bit. And we're going to be seeing some fireworks coming out of Hyped. I kind of hope that may be the case here. But definitely advantage is going to be here for Natural Talent. And I'm curious as to who is going to have defense first here on this one, because if we see Natural Talent on defense, I almost can bet you that we're going to be seeing a pin spawn in the back for Hyped.
Yep, I agree with you 100%. You and I both know how dangerous those spawn traps can be on this map, especially. You get set up just inside the warehouse and start pinning them back towards the dock spawn, and it can get pretty tough pretty quickly, as we will see. And Natural Talent is going to start on the defensive side and start a player down for the second time, as now we are seeing them switch teams. I believe that means the game is going to be ending here before too long, hopefully. Yeah, he's giving it the thumbs down. Nefarious, I agree with that. It's
chalked. It's chalked. Oh, man. Yeah, so I don't know really what happened there, but gonna have to go for a reset. And as you said before, this would not be amateur COD without something like this happening every now and then, right?
Every time, baby, we love amateur COD. We love this scene, and part of it is because nobody can keep their stuff together. As we see prime example there. I don't know if maybe one player wasn't ready. I will say that I saw Dak spawn in on Hyped Esports side, so typically that meaning a sign that one of their players were not ready, maybe manipulating some classes or something like that, taking a break to maybe grab some rogue energy, which by the way, shout out to our partners, GitGudHosts, Innovative Gear, DropShotStats. Actually just spoke with some of the people at DropShotStats earlier today. Wonderful people. Rogue Energy, Gamers Resort, the whole nine. I think I got everybody right.
DesignByYou.com.
How could I forget the phenomenal intro makers of DesignByYou.com? They do a great job here. And thank you to Connie behind the scenes for running the boards and putting up with this stuff just like we do. We all love it. As I believe, hopefully here before too long, we'll get this third map underway. And again, like you said, I think this is going to be a big telltale swing map. It's going to be, if you are Hyped Esports and you want to push this to a map number 5, it's going to have to go here.
100%. It's
because I'll be honest with you, I don't think Natural Talent is losing a hard point. I don't think that is going to be possible.
I agree. Yeah, the hard, especially on a Garrison hard point, like that fits right into their just hyper aggressive style that we saw in that S&D. I mean, it's going to be a real tough year for Hype. So yeah, this is the map. This is the one. And they got to make a statement. They got to make a stand here, try and take it to that S&D. Like I said before, even when we did have those first couple of rounds, obviously were kind of gifted to them. But even when we did see all of Natural Talent in there, those rounds really were close in a lot of instances. So, I think if we do see an S&D, Hyped does have an opportunity to make it interesting. And it's all going to come down to whether they can really perform here in this control map. But they're really going to have to put their head on straight. And I'm curious as to how these type of pauses affect a player. You've been a competitive player before. These type of interruptions while you're trying to get into the flow of the game and into the kind of the mindset. How bad does that actually hurt you, especially when you're playing against a team who's undefeated so far?
I think that is the important point right there, is that you're playing against a team that is 5-0, who truthfully is probably looking at you guys as the little guys. I mean, as much as I hate to say that, and that's not saying that Hyped isn't a talented team. Clearly they are. They've won 2 of their 5 series. So, I mean, they clearly have something going for them. But one thing that I noticed as a competitive player is, especially when your matches were on stream and you had to take these long breaks in between maps, a lot of times the team that lost the previous map, they end up spending so much time bickering with one another over what they could have done to potentially play the previous map better, that they don't get their sights set forward on the next map ahead, which is something that I was guilty of as well. So there's no doubt that having the breaks in between these maps is definitely more harmful than it is good, at least for the side of Hyped Esports. I'm sure if you're the side of Natural Talent, you probably couldn't care less. I'm sure that they truthfully believe that they're going to walk away with this in a 3-1 fashion. So I'm sure they don't mind the breaks, but I'm sure Hyped Esports is probably getting a little miffed right now, if I had to say so.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being the case here. So, well, let's hope that that's not going to happen. As we said, this is going to be a critical moment here, but yeah, definitely. While you guys are waiting, you have an opportunity. Hit that like button down below on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. We got more content, obviously, going to be coming here tonight, as we're going to be wrapping up the week with God Gaming and Valkyrie. That should be an interesting match, especially where did you cast God Gaming with me that last time where it ended up going to 3-1?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So
we've had a lot of God Gaming love on the stream here recently, you and I.
Yeah,
so.
I'm kind of hoping that we see some good results out of them. They showed some promise. So I'm excited for that. But so definitely stick around for that. And again, hit that like button on the YouTube. It definitely helps us out, helps out K7. And of course, Shifty does not want to get violent with you tonight. Well,
tonight.
Maybe
Not
you
tonight.
do this
No,
weekend.
not tonight. Not tonight.
Saturday?
Maybe. Yeah. No, see,
Okay.
if you hit the like button, then I will not show up at your house and smack you until at least Monday, because Monday is the next set of matches, and you need to make sure that you like those too. But yes, no, liking does help us grow here. As Connie, I heard you whisper something in my ear a second ago. Was it that the lobby was getting ready, or? Okay, cool. So we are loading in now. So very, very good. As hopefully Hyped didn't take that break to bicker with one another, and hopefully they were able to find some sort of common ground as we will push forward here into map number 3, all knotted up at 1 apiece. See who takes the advantage and drives it home in this map. Yeah, we're loading up now. Good deal. That's what we like to see.
It is absolutely the best. And Sporto is going to be able to spot out one there in the top green, but it looks like First Bloods are going to be all here for Natural Talent. They take down 3 really fast, and Natural Talent is on the defending side. And as I was saying before, man, if you're the attackers first, you got to make sure you're going to come out with a bang, and that's not what we've seen so far here from Hype. Kip is going to be just unlocking his power.
He's playing the thorn in the side right here.
Yes.
Though. Look at this positioning. I mean, bouncing back and forth between Dark and Plat, unfortunately getting a little hyper-aggressive there, but that's what we talked about. I think Kip is going to be that thorn in the side of Hyped Esports pretty much all series.
We're going to call him Thorny Kip. Frag's going to be holding up here for the B side of the map. He does end up getting taken down. Esporto going to be going ahead, pushing up through the middle. I like this, as they will be able to get this flank, and this opens it up here for some nasty spawn frags. Oh, Frags does get taken down. Exert also gets picked up as Esporto looking great there with those long range shots. And look at Daiquiri. He's in the backside of the map, and he is just going to have a heyday here as Zuxum. What do you do? I mean, do you try and go for a cap? If you do, you're not going to do much because your team isn't there to help. But at the same time, you're wasting time. 7 seconds left to go, and this is going to be all wrapped up here as Natural Talent. They take round 1 and a statement.
Wow. What a quick defense for the side of Natural Talent. Holy cow. And not only did we see that first minute and a half tick through very, very quickly, but we saw Natural Talent whittle them down to single-digit lives in that first minute and a half.
Yeah, that was
that's tough, man. That's tough to watch.
Switching out, Hyped is going to be on the defending side. Technically the easier side, the better side.
Gotta be looking for the same setup, I think, from Hyped. I think if you want to have a chance to push this forward, you need to see them establish middle map presence ASAP.
Absolutely, and we need to be seeing some of the trades coming in very, very quickly. I love that from Esporto. Just going to go ahead and take down the trophy system there as well. But look at that. That's 4 down. Kip also taking down one of his teammates because he's like, why the hell not? We do see Cats going up the top green. Not quite going to be able to get the kill just yet, but he will be able to clean it out finally. And now the push on B is just about all over. Daiquiri comes in with 2. Oh, he doesn't even need to take cover. He just completely wipes them out. And this is going to be a very quick cap that extend that time.
Yeah, that time, again, going to have an extra minute tick in favor of Natural Talent as they have secured B completely. However, I will say the Hyped Esports benefit with how they've set up over towards Bravo, it looks to be a pretty tough setup to break here. So definitely some big entry kills from Natural Talent going to be a necessity, as Daiquiri will take the first of those as Nefarious trading off, but will die again. As right now, we're seeing Daiquiri play Ring Around the Rosie with 2 different players of Hyped Esports, but will fall. So the initial push over towards Alpha going in favor of Hyped Esports. Nice defensive hold for this moment, but as Natural Talent gets back up on the respawn, we'll start to see that aggression come to fruition. We'll see if they can win those big gunfights over towards green that are about to go down.
Here's a push here from Esporto. He's going to try and rip this head glitch here. Not going to be finding him just yet. Zuxum, though, does come in, will be able to get the kill. So defense is solid so far. No ticks onto that A point. And Daiquiri is going to be cleaning up some players trying to go in for a potential flank. But, I mean, plenty of time here left on the clock. Lives are pretty much even. So we got a lot of pushes here that we can see coming out from Natural Talent. Daiquiri, though, getting here into the backside. Ooh, he spotted out 2 of them. We'll be able to pick up 1. That's Nefarious going down. So we'll open it up here potentially for Kip to also do some damage. And this is where it kind of gets scary when Natural Talent is staggering out these players coming in from Hyped. It does make it just exponentially harder there for the defense. And Sporto also going to be coming on in. He does kind of throw his life away there. I mean, that's not the best place to play with the Krig, but it's really just showing you kind of the confidence that they're playing with right now.
Absolutely. And I will say, too, to Hyped Esports' benefit right now, if they continue to play trades like they have the entirety of this time that A has been open, then realistically, we're going to see them take this defensive win here because they can sit calm, cool, and collected in the clutch here and just kind of let Natural Talent come to them. And they've been doing a damn good job of picking up the trades when necessary here for the last minute or so, as now the lives have ticked in even. Now it was in favor of Natural Talent, at least for a brief moment, and now will be the case as A has halfway had that first third ticked, is now 2 players going to be establishing a firm position over towards Alpha. This is a big counter break from the side of Hyped Esports. Will they be able to get it done? Frags taking the first blood. Zuxum and Dak will trade off as a Sporto and Dak just putting down the side of Hyped Esports, and that's going to be it. What a shame, because truthfully, we saw a really solid alpha hold from Hyped Esports there pretty much the entirety of that round. And it all falling to the wayside, and it just goes to show how big that one spawn wipe can be for the side of Natural Talent.
Yeah, that's really one of the biggest issues over there on Radar, is that you do get that initial wipe and you're able to get all 4 of your players set up on Radar. It is so hard to break in. That is one of the most difficult points to actually retake and take. I mean, it's just a really, really hard point to attack. But we are going to be seeing Hyped Esports on their last leg. This is really for all the marbles here in this map. Frags is going to be able to open it up with a first blood. Zuxum following it up. So they're able to get a couple of frags on the board, get maybe a little bit of map control. B is going to get capped here fairly quickly, but look at Cats. He's going to be playing very, very patiently down inside these vents. And he's going to be having that thorn roll here. He might be able to pop up and create some havoc, and he does just that. Esporto now going to be over on the catwalk as well. Does get spotted out, but really I think the takeaway from that is the fact that there was absolutely no tick on that B site whatsoever.
Yeah, which you really just can't have that. I mean, we saw Hyped Esports pretty much dominate over towards Bravo, at least for the moment, is they picked up big entry kills and opened up that Bravo site for a brief second, but nobody able to hop on the hill for more than a couple seconds. And we see exactly why right there. I mean, we see the phenomenal defensive setup from Natural Talent. They pretty much always have middle map control, which is extremely important for both offense and defense on this map. Is realistically, we're going to see here as the last 13 seconds will tick down, and I don't know if Hyped Esports will be able to get any presence over towards Bravo. It looks like they're throwing one last Hail Mary on it, and Zuxum will be able to pick up one, but Kip taking that trade. 4 seconds left as it finally hops in. Let's see if they can make anything happen here, as the first third should get captured here.
Well, they got a long ways to go in order to extend that time. Cats is right on the outside here. A lot of nades coming in, but all the utility has been used up. Cats is going to be poking on around. Zuxum, though, comes up big with frags, but it's not enough as Daiquiri comes in with the final kills, and I believe he finished it out with 25 or so kills. Looking fantastic. That was a beautiful round to cap it out for Natural Talent, as they basically show, hey, you know what? You may have come close on that S&D, but honestly, you had no chance. Now we're going to be heading into a Garrison hardpoint. And as you said before, this is a map and a mode that Natural Talent just does not lose.
Oh, no. I mean, first of all, I will say a huge shout out to Daiquiri for, putting essentially the slaying numbers on his back that game. He must have heard me talk about how Kip was going to be the player to watch, and he said, hold my beer. He absolutely was strutting his stuff on that last defense there, double positive and then some. So, but yeah, I Natural Talent's not going to lose this map. I mean, first of all, if you look at it in the stats, I think Natural Talent has only lost one hardpoint throughout the entirety of the league so far. And even if they have lost one, they might be 5 or 6-0. I haven't looked. But I think maybe they've only dropped one map. So, and that was to another team. So I don't think that Natural Talent.
Wait. It was another team?
Yes.
Was it themselves that they lost it to?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Believe it or not. I mean, hey, I'll be honest with you, though. With some of the players we've seen on Natural Talent, I'd like to split them off into two teams and see who is the better team.
I'm sorry, Shifty.
No, you're fine. It's my fault because I don't remember what it was. But with that being said, I know that notoriously they are a very, very good hardpoint team. And with the aggressive pressure that we've seen applied from them pretty much the entirety of this series, I think Garrison really lends itself very well to that play style. So if Hyped wants to have a chance at this, they need to do two things. A, cannot, by any stretch of the imagination, get pinned on your third of the map. Never, ever. Unless you are doing it for a rotational sake. So if you're trying to rotate from P2 to P3 and they're locking you back in that spawn for a brief moment, okay, fine. But you need to get out of your side of the map. And two, you need to establish middle map control. Everything on Garrison is funneled through that center lane. And if you can't maintain control of that center lane, it's going to be a very, very long map.
Yeah, and I'll take it a step forward too. We need to make sure that if they do establish those early rotations, that they're not broken in the very first push.
Absolutely.
They absolutely have to hold at least 20 to 30 seconds of that time, contest some more of it, maybe give up the trash time and get those rotations in. But yeah, if they end up getting kicked off of the point, within 10 seconds or so, yeah, this is going to be a very fast hard point. So there you go. There's your tips from Shifty.
I was going to say, by the way, big shout out to my parents. I believe it was Monolithic. Yeah. That took the map from the hard point from Natural Talent. So going back earlier, talking about how my parents were just as big a fans of K7 as I was, if not bigger. There's your prime example.
It's a whole family affair, man.
I hear nades.
Yes, you do. And that is going to be, it looks like Zuxum being able to get that first play. Esporto, though, with the control. Oh, beautiful shots there, taking him off tank. And that will be control going over towards him. And very early control really going over here for the points as well. So Nefaris is going to be the only one really in a position maybe to contest this. And we do see Esporto just playing that high ground position, doing a fantastic job so far. We'll see if he's going to be able to rack up any more of these kills. He will be able to spot out Zuxum. Two of them come in! Oh, man, it almost got spicy there. But we did see Hype, though, able to break that point once again. And they are getting a decent amount of time, really, for that first P1 hill. But here's where the problem is going to be coming into the fact. Natural Talent, they get the rotations here for P2. They're already set up. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, well, you and I even talked about it during that control as well, how difficult this radar area is to try and break into. Is we see pretty much everybody from Hyped Esports beginning to load up for a frontal assault through bricks here. Is Natural Talent going to try and support him from top clean? Nice initial break. That's 3 full kills. Daiquiri, the only one left alive. That is a full wipe for the side of Hyped Esports, and that is huge because that may assure at least another 10 to 15 seconds here, but Natural Talent, very wisely so, not playing super aggressive for P2, instead maybe waiting for these rotations.
So this is definitely promising right now. Of course, I do want to point out the fact that Kip is 0-4, something that we haven't seen happen to him at all this series. Finally, he's able to get onto the board, but he's definitely having a rough time here this game. So if he gets started really heating up, it could spell disaster. But right now, Hyped is taking advantage of this. They are up so far, 54-40, but we do see P3 already in control right now for Natural Talent, and there's really nobody in a decent position here to contest just yet. Cats is going to be setting up inside the hill with that Krig, waiting for the inevitable push that's going to be happening. Frags the first one through, and it does look like 2 going down here for Natural Talent, as it's going to be a 3-man swarm, and he just cannot take it. A Sporto coming in from the backside. Well, it does look like they have been able to clear it out for now, and the spawns are going to be working in the favor here for Natural Talent.
Yeah, the unsung hero of that hill was absolutely a Sporto, doing a great job of ensuring that he stayed back far enough to continue allowing his teammates to spawn closer to the hard point and really forcing Hype to kind of have to push through dark or that front tools area. So nice job by Natural Talent showcasing the map knowledge there as they realistically funneling Hyped Esports into a kill house as P4 has popped over towards bottom floating, and Kip will get the initial time. He's got 30+ seconds in the hardpoint already racked up for the side of Natural Talent as he's trying to continue to facilitate those numbers, but nice entrance kills from Exurb as Zuxum now going to eat up some time himself. Is honestly a very close game for these first 4 hardpoints.
It absolutely is. You know, this last half of the hill is really going to be important, but I think more so important just because of the rotations coming into P5. But yeah, Hyped Esports has been able to keep this relatively close, but this is where we've seen before, Shifty, teams starting to separate. We've seen those leads really starting to get scary, and it's that P4 into P5 as Cass is doing some work over here. Sporto follows it up, though, with 2 to help him out. And yeah, this is not looking good whatsoever. Look how far pushed back they are. They're going to be trying to come up over here by Jenny through Vince. Not going to be really the best place for him as Sporto has that pretty much on lockdown at the very least with the communication, letting his teammates know where everybody is pushing in. Nefarious is the only one really in a position to do some work, but the spawns have flipped. So here is an opportunity for them to come in.
What a weird spawn flip there is. Everybody from Hyped Esports thanking the COD gods for that one as they flipped the spawns on a Natural Talent. And we talked earlier about how those rotations were going to be so pivotal, and we saw Natural Talent do just that. They locked down the entire center of the map and stopped Hyped Esports from really progressing further than their third, as that was what really led us to the 50-point deficit now and counting that we've got in favor of Natural Talent. Is 10 seconds left before we set the second set of rotations on fire here, as Kip will be able to pick up Nefarious. Big entry kill towards green, as now the spawns have flipped yet again. And that's not what you want to see for the side of Hyped Esports currently, but very wise play. Look at number 2 and 3 going over towards that radar area, trying to ensure the P2 rotations after P1.
Sporto is on a 6 streak right now, 19-8. If he gets one more kill, we will be seeing those streaks coming in. And there you go, artillery. Stop! Cruise missile. The man is on a mission to be a 1-man army. 8 streaks in a row. He's on fire right here. Let's see if he can make it 9 as he's looking at frags. We'll have to back on up initially, but his teammate is going to help him out. Look at the time now on the board. Like I said, the separation is just crazy as Sporto still is going to be locking it down, and he's just going to be hunting back here, making sure nobody is left up here for to push onto radar. They should be able to win this next rotation as well. But yeah, as Sporto, he's going to be able to lock it down. Let's just watch his view here for a moment, because he is not wanting to slow down. His teammates even helping him out, saving him. They're like, no, man, we're going to be getting you up there at least to 10. Let's see if we can see 11. We can. Can we see number 12? It doesn't look like anybody is around, but my God, the guy's on fire.
Yeah, an absolute animal is a Sporto right now, as realistically we saw a 64, good God, 12 straight now as he will finally die. Good Lord, have mercy. Oh my, wow. As I will say though, one thing that's really interesting is that after P3, I'm not sure if you saw what the score was, but after P3 it was 64-85 in favor of Natural Talent. We have seen a 120 to 30 point run here for the rest of those hard points being P4, P5, and now P1 and 2 for the second set of rotations.
Yeah, I mean, they have not slowed down whatsoever. We're going to be seeing them winning the next rotations over here next to Generator. Gifted a spawn right there. That's going to be Zuxum, able to come all the way into the back. Maybe he can cause some havoc here, but this is looking like it's done and dusted. But Zuxum will be able to get that initial kill. That opens it up here from the front, as we do see, I believe it's going to be Frags. Potentially, yes, Frags is going to be able to get the kill, get onto the point, but no, Daiquiri is not done. He's going to be able to come on in to contest, and you know, you'd like to think Hype finally can they get on this point, but it's all been contested. They've gotten 5 seconds off of this point so far, and that is it.
They've had nobody pushing the spawns out to try and get Natural Talent out of the advantageous position. They've really just been full flooding through the front, either through dark or over through that tools area. And that's exactly what we saw befall them on that previous P3 to P4 rotation, as Natural Talent was able to just kind of piece them and push them back into their spawn. But with that being said, 228 to 105. Now Natural Talent half of a hard point away from closing it out, as they're looking maybe primed to do it here instead. Looking happy to kill whore around the map, as Katsy giving it 15 seconds before he finally hops in the hill. He's going to have 3 members of Hype Esports around him. Zuxum up top as Nefarious sliding in and will absolutely get destroyed, as Exert will come in and clean up his mess.
Yes, he does. Daiquiri now going to be coming in here to top green, and that's going to be an easy clear out. Picks up 2, starting to get that time. They can win it out right here, and it looks like that is going to be the case, as we do see a little bit of presence here onto mid-map. That will be Exert. He does get taken care of quite quickly, as Kip is going to be able to finish this off. And that, my friends, is how you play a Garrison hardpoint. And I just got to say, Esporto, please stop. Have mercy. It was not fair.
They have families. You can't be doing this to these people.
Not on stream, man.
They have families. I will say, though, earlier we were talking about how Esporto, I believe, was the one that broke the control kill record. You know what map that was on? Garrison. Yeah. So clearly, he has found an affinity for this map. And if that's the case, then if you are playing Natural Talent, you need to know to veto Garrison very quickly, because if not, then Esporto is going to piece you apart. And he was an absolute pivotal player throughout the entirety of that hard point. Wherever the hard point was, you could always see Esporto holding the spawns back in that area. He was doing a phenomenal job of not only facilitating in and around the hill, but ensuring that Natural Talent was getting the positive spawns.
Yeah, and you know, these guys, as well as their talent for the gunplay that we do see, they know the game, they know the rotations, their comms are on point. You know, that is what really separates, you know, your well, naturally talented teams to the great teams, right? Being able to take it to that next level. And these guys, they are taking it to that next level. So props to them. They look fantastic. For those of you who are just joining, you might be saying it's like, oh man, Hype took a map off of Natural Talent. Well, it's kind of a technicality. Well, you know, it was a technicality, but hey, the S&D didn't look too awfully bad, to be honest. Those rounds were definitely closer. But yeah, when it comes to respawn, just there was no competition. Natural Talent had it in the bag.
I cannot wait to see them and Heartbreakers play. I cannot wait. Natural Talent versus Heartbreakers is going to be a barn burner. That match is going to be awesome, which we will have, I'm sure, at some point in the playoffs here coming up in a couple weeks. So I'm very, very excited to see Natural Talent continue to ride this momentum into playing some of the better teams here in the league, especially after playoffs happen and we start seeing interdivisional cross-up.
Oh, playoffs are going to be lit. I am so
it's going to be awesome, dude. I'm so excited.
So looking forward to that. But yeah, so anyways, guys, thank you for all tuning in. We got one more match that's going to be coming up, cast by myself and the illustrious Shifty. Hi. And this is going to be God Gaming versus Valkyrie. So God Gaming showing some promise earlier. So definitely don't want to tune out. You want to make sure you check it out, see how they're going to be performing here later on in the season. But that's going to be ending it out here for us in this match. Make sure you hit that like button, because damn it, Shifty is going to be kicking your ass if you don't. Oh, look at those eyes. Those are some crazy man eyes. Those are the eyes of a man who works at Best Buy.
Yes. They are.
Oof.
And
All right.
we've got some crazy people working over there.
That's right. Well, let's go ahead and end this out now before Shifty goes all AP on you.